Something happened last month in June. Something big was discovered. I'm excited. Let's talk about it. So this discovery, it's being brought out by a man named Jaime Maussan. He is the founder of Maussan TV. And we're going to go through exactly what happened, how he got it, because it is in the hands of civilians now, not the government, thank goodness. And they're trying to keep it that way. Okay, so it was first seen March 2nd of this year, 2025, in Buga. It's in Colombia. But there were other sightings they recorded on June 7th as well. There's 2 different videos, and we have both of those. I think actually 3 we're going to get into. The first one was recorded by a woman named Maria, and the second one was by a man, we just call him Mr. Jose. He doesn't want to give out his name or any personal information. He doesn't want to be involved in this. He's just from a small town in Colombia. These videos were given out to different experts, and they've all said that it's not AI, it's not fake, this is real. So Jose saw this sphere up in the sky going back and forth. They actually filmed it for about 8 minutes, which is a very long time for a UAP sighting, you know. It looks like it went through some power lines. And then after that, it slowly just descended down to the ground, which is where Jose went down and picked it up. Jose took the sphere home, and then he got really, really sick for a couple of days. He even had to go to the doctor. He was so sick. And they're saying that perhaps it's because this sphere has some kind of energy. When I first heard that he got a random object from the sky and he got really sick, I'm automatically thinking about radiation sickness or something like that. Jaime said that Jose didn't know what to do with the sphere, and he honestly didn't want it anymore because it was making him sick. And when they went back to look at the spot where the object had gone to the ground, all of the vegetation and everything had died. All of the water in the area seemed to have dried up. Again, I was thinking about radiation. So Jose didn't know what to do with it, and he took it to his friend David Potro, which he's a singer and a businessman in Colombia, and he owns this company who makes electromagnetic equipment. I believe it's like metal detectors, things to find metal, coins, stuff under the ground. So his company did a bunch of tests on it, but they didn't find any radiation on the sphere. So there goes my theory of that part. They put it in a special place for about 40 days just to make sure it was safe and it wasn't going to harm anybody. Nothing weird happened with it. And they opened an investigation, and then they published the videos that Maria and Mr. Jose took up onto the internet. And this company that David owns, he actually then gave the sphere to Jaime. David said that they were afraid that the Colombian government was going to take the sphere from them and they wouldn't have it anymore. They were also afraid of their families being threatened. So they wanted to get it out of Colombia and take it to Mexico. So you wonder, how in the world are you going to get some foreign object like this across borders, across to another country? Apparently it's pretty simple. Jaime said that he went through customs and everything. They asked him what it was. He said that it was an art project, and it was just a handcrafted sphere that he made. They even x-rayed it, everything, and there was nothing like drugs or anything in it. And they believed him that it was an art project, so they let him go through. And they said that he couldn't keep it on the plane with him, but that he could keep it underneath the plane with all the other storage. So that's how he got it through customs and across into Mexico without any issues, amazingly. So they brought it to the University of Mexico, and they've been doing a bunch of testing since then. They said it weighs 10 kilos, which is around 22 pounds. When they did an x-ray, they could see that there were two separate hemispheres, and they were just joined together in the center. And it was made of aluminum and silicium, which is interesting to me because anytime there's been crash retrievals, there always seems to be at least a small trace of pure aluminum. Not just aluminum, traces of aluminum, but pure aluminum. The sphere also had something inside of it. They said they believe whatever was inside moves and creates some kind of electromagnetic energy. And a few people actually said that it reminds them of Tesla technology, like the towers that Tesla used to build. One of the most important things that they found, they went through these little holes, as you'll see on the sides of the sphere. They're not just going to cut into something that they don't know what it is and destroy it. If you don't know what something is, you don't know what's inside of it. Like we had said before, radiation, which they tested for that, and they said it wasn't radioactive, amazingly. So, but yeah, they don't want to destroy it. Also for other reasons, as we'll discuss. They did all this testing through the holes around the sphere, and they found thousands of tiny hair-sized fiber optics inside of it, which is also interesting to me because there's been word in the conspiracy circles for years about the reason we have fiber optics is from reverse technology. You never know. So this could be man-made. It could be some secret access project. It could be something off-planet. Who knows? My mind is open to all possibilities until we get more testing on this thing and see what it is. And the fiber optics themselves, they're not inside of the sphere. They're built into the casing of the sphere itself and the aluminum and the silicium. It's all built into the metal. And they said because of all of this, they know that it's used to see basically everything around the sphere. So all around the sphere it can see everything, and it's like a big sensor. They said it looks like there's this kind of chip on the side, and around that are little copper dots. And they said this could be some kind of an antenna. They said it's definitely sending and receiving information. So whatever it is watching us or watching what's going on in the earth, sending information somewhere else. We don't know whose this is and where this information is going, that it's collecting. The chip on the side as well, they said they couldn't figure out what that part was even made of. So I'm still waiting to learn more results on that. That part was kind of vague. And they said they also couldn't figure out, there's these symbols that are written around it as well. And they don't know what those mean. So there's a lot they don't know. And they said that the way that the sphere was made, it almost seems handcrafted kind of. But the technology infused within the sphere is highly advanced. So it's like a strange mixture of like older technology and newer technology all combined in one. It kind of reminds me of Fallout when, in the future or something, if we have a bunch of really advanced technology sitting around, but shit has hit the fan and we're all just kind of gathering what we can from the world that was left behind. So we could have some computers while we're doing things the old-fashioned way, like just a little mixture of two worlds. I found that kind of interesting, that it seems to be ancient yet very advanced at the same time. And also, when they first got it, if you poured water on it, the water would evaporate very quickly. And it seemed the longer that this object was on the ground, after it had landed, it seemed to lose whatever energy was inside of it. And now it seems to produce no energy at all. If you pour water on it, it no longer evaporates. It no longer floats, no longer flies, no longer makes people sick when they're near it. It just seems like whatever energy was in there is gone. So they're trying to put energy back into it to see if they can make it float again or fly again. And it makes me wonder, if they reactivate this thing, is it going to start making people sick again? What is it about this thing that was making people ill? They talk about trying to find its frequency so they can try to send a message back to whoever it came from, which sounds like every bad sci-fi movie I've ever seen. So let's hope they go about all this a safe way. There's moons on the side of the sphere as well. And it's interesting because there was a crop circle July 25th of 2010. And it looks very similar to the moons and how it's laid out on this sphere. They said that sometimes it was this sphere, when it was flying around in these videos, they said sometimes it was just constantly spinning. And then other times it would be completely stationary, just floating, hovering in the air, or moving without spinning. Other times it was moving smoothly and spinning at the same time. You wonder if that's part of how it creates its electromagnetic field or something. And Jaime said that his team is open to any scientists in the world helping, U.S. scientists. They were supposed to have a press conference about it, but he says he doesn't want to send it anywhere else because he feels like he's not going to get it back, which I don't blame him. He said that right now they have guards with guns and everything just guarding it 24/7 because he said soon everybody's going to want it. But these things have been seen all around the world, and especially within the last 3 months. So it makes me wonder what's changed, or is this activity going to continue to pick up? Is it going to become hostile, or is it just watching us? I mean, there's so many theories you could put out there, but to me it sounds just like basic surveillance, whoever it's from, whether it be a special access project or an off-world something. It appears to be watching us and just sending information back to wherever it came from. But I found it interesting because it almost seems like these spheres appear to want to communicate in a way. There's one video, let me show you, of one of these spheres is floating around, and it looks like it's playing hide and seek, kind of. It comes over these crops, and then when it's seen, it kind of goes back and hides. It's almost like playing with them. So you wonder if it's some kind of AI technology. It could be autonomous, or could be controlled by someone else. I mean, think about all the drones and things that we have. Some of them fly on their own. Other times we have someone watching through the cameras of these things. Either we're about to make breakthrough communication with another civilization, or else this is some kind of scare tactic from the deep state, or some kind of technology, some kind of new drone technology. I guess we'll just kind of see the reaction of the governments as well. But let me know in the comments what you think. I'm going to continue researching and waiting for more of these releases in the press about any information that they're finding out about it. So leave me some comments below. Let me know what you think. If you've researched and found anything else out, let me know. Until next time, remember to keep an open mind. Very important to follow your intuition. And I love you guys, and I'll see you soon, hopefully, if the Men in Black don't get me first.